Hello, welcome to another episode of MK2 Golf Stories, once again with a Lemon, aka MK2 Golf GTI. Today we're going to be looking at the suspension at the front of the car, particularly the top mounts, because as you can see, there's a bit of a gap here. That normally indicates that the top mount is on upside down, I think, or it's knackered. So yeah, we're going to take the suspension arms off, have a look at the top mounts, maybe even replace the front suspension, because I think the old suspension is looking a little bit tired and a bit rusty and a bit creaky. So without further ado, let's do it. So first thing we need to do is take off the cap. We're going to start on this side first, and we need to undo this nut. So we've gone and bought ourselves a dugger to make this job easier. So let's see if we can get it off. Should be a case of while it's down on the ground, we can just use this and undo it. Otherwise, you have to faff about using a swan neck spanner and get some kind of torque bolt in there to hold this still, otherwise the whole thing turns around. But let's just see if we can get it off with this. So we just bought this. This is an Einhell Impacts EXO. Something like that. Impact driver. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, it's on reverse. Yes, I'm doing it. Nice. That was a lot easier than it was on my old car, where we had to use a chisel, a heat gun, and lots of banging to get it off. So, yeah, that is good. Right, let's get the car up. And then I forgot to mention, today's t-shirt is from a band called Clayface. They're a skate punk band from Manchester on the awesome label Horn and Hoof Records. If you like fast skate punk, you should check this out. Actually, alive, they're not from Manchester. Where are they from? Oldham, Manchester? I don't know. Around that area. They play a lot in Manchester. Go and check them out. They're really cool. What size were these ones? 21 on here, were they?
Are they the same length then too?
Not really the same length. So we temporarily put the top mounts back on just to stop the whole thing falling down when we lift the car up. So we'll just whiz that off. Lovely. Right, let's see if we can, there you go, wiggle it out. Oh, there you go, never mind, got it out. Yep. Top mount looks all right. So what's going on? Let's take it into the garage and have a look.
Right. Sure. Right.
Hold back there for a second.
Right, how do we get that out?
It's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Is that a knack? Is that it's knackered? Or is that just because we're not got it tightened up well? That's how it was in the car, wasn't it? The whole car, they're rattling around in the car, weren't they? So yeah, they're knackered. Let's get some new top mounts ordered. Okay, this top mount is completely knackered, so we need to get a new one of those, and we need to get two of the little nuts that go on top of it as well. So I've ordered those. I'm going to whip the other side off, and then we can start putting it all together on our replacement shock, which I think we'll use this. You may remember from the previous video when I replaced the rear suspension, got a whole new kit, so I have these lying around. So I might as well bang these on. I don't think there's any issues putting coilovers on the front and not on the back. If there is, let me know. Or maybe I'll find out when I'm driving it. Yeah, okay. Right, anyway, time to whip off the other wheel. Right, here we go. Our new top mounts have turned up. So we'll get this on our replacement shocks and get it up into the car We've got one of the new nuts, and of course this tool. I'll put part numbers to all of these in the description down below. Okay, here's our new shock. Here's our new top mount. So take this nut off. This on there. And we'll put our, I can't remember the name of this, so I'll put it on the screen, but that goes on here. Alright. Take these out. Let's give us a clean up first. Now we'll get this in. That doesn't seem right. A bit of dork, haven't I? Put it on upside down. There we go, that's the way it should be. Let's try that again. There we go, that's looking better. Let's take that down. So we're going to tighten these up to 75 Newton meters. Got a 19mm, nope. Yeah, got a 19mm for this side. Going to tighten our torque wrench to 75 Newton meters. Let's get it tightened up. Get the bottom one tightened up before we tighten it up properly. Okay, back up top. Once again, here's our special tool for doing up these. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put a link to this in the description down below. Yeah, I'll just tighten this up. You can get a socket around. Fucking hell, what I'm talking about. Let's do it. 22-inch swan neck. But as you can see, as you turn it, this turns as well. So we need to hold this still. Right, so I'm going to get that nut there. Put this top cap on now. As you can see now, there's no gap underneath it like there was previously. Put our nut on. Let's tighten this down as far as we can with this, and then we'll torque it up. It's not right, that. What size is that? There we go, that's 20 mil there. And for this we're using this is a H7 bit. That's what I said, H. There you go, 19 mil on here. Our H20 bit in here, and our torque rate, which is set to 75 Newton meters.
Alright.
I stripped it in there, that. Well, I mean, that's going to be tight enough, that. Should be 75 Newton meters, but I'm yeah, worried about rounding this off too much, so we're going to leave that as it is, I think. Got our caps back on. Okay, you see, if we were smart, what we would have done was measured from the centre of the hub nut to the top of the wheel arch before we took the old suspension off. But I didn't do that, so I'm just going to sort of try and guess just what I think will look okay. And if it's wrong, I'm going to have to just fettle about. So let's okay on one side, and then measure the distance and match it on the other side. So yeah, I'm going to get twisting these. So I can tell you that is going to be far too well, it's an that's going to be far too low. So let's just get this raised up. Okay, so there we go. We're going to try this gap in a moment, put the wheel back on, see how it is. We've measured it up on this side, 1.25 inches, and then we'll make sure the other side's the same, put the wheels on and see how it looks. If it needs raising, let's take them off and do it again.
Picture of it now.
So we can see how low it is. Why? Don't care about looking a fool, it's all part of the fun. Yeah. It's not as low as I thought it was going to be.
No, we've got to actually speed from 2 inches off the floor. That's too low.
Oh, the bed, that is quite. Yeah. Can't really tell from this, but that's it's quite low, isn't it? I think we need to go a bit higher with that. But, you know, it's got a good rake on it. Is that the term? It's angled forward, looks nice and aggressive. But yeah, let's lift it. Let's lift it up. There we go. That's looking better. Still low, but not as low. It's a nice gap at the side. Yeah, that's plenty. Good. Whoa, so there we go. That's how you... God, my back's killing. That's how you change your front shocks on a MK2 Golf. What do you think? It's got a bit of rake to it. Are you into rake? Are you not? Let me know down below. If you found it useful, also let us know. Give us a like, click on subscribe. Got much more to do with this. Hopefully the next job will be to sort out the wiring for the internal electronic. Yeah, thanks a lot. Once again, cheers to me old man. Cheers guys, see you soon, bye bye.